question. What do you guys think about the new normal?
The new normal. I hate it. It's like we're living in a dystopian novel.
Yeah, it sucks.
Anything further?
I don't know. I just hate it because I can't go to school, and like online is never the same, and I can't talk face to face with my teachers. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just scared of if we went this crazy with this one, what's going to happen with the next one? I mean, it's
Okay, so
Yes.
with the new normal, this new normal model, not the old normal.
Oh my gosh, I hate that
yes,
word. I hate
I'm with
that
you.
word now.
How will the new normal bring us back? I mean, bring our businesses back to how it was before?
Okay, first of all, the whole idea of a new normal is evil. It's a way of telling us that we should not get back to our fundamental freedoms and our fundamental way of life that gives us freedom of movement, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly. The whole idea of new normal is evil. I do not support it. So I don't think we should get back to a new normal. I think we should get back to our fundamental way of life as American people and start gathering and stop living in fear. Because right now, Dr. Fauci, the World Health Organization, and Bill Gates are telling us that we need to live in fear and we need to establish a new normal. Forget that.
Do you guys own a business? You guys had to lay off employees?
Yeah. He lost his job, and I lost mine. So
I'm sorry?
I'm not working.
Ooh.
lost his job. I have friends that lost their jobs, and the $1,200 check will only cover your rent 1 month, maybe, and you're on your own.
I think it's our opportunity just to say small business matters, and it's killing our small businesses off. I have a baked potato restaurant in Ogden, Utah. That's why we have a Trump tater, and and we're about 30% of our normal sales.
I think the original projections, and I'm not no like medical specialist or anything, but original projections, they were upwards of 2 million. Right, they were expecting
2 million.
Then eventually he said that, hey, if we quarantine and lock down, we'll be closer to 200,000. And I think as of now, we are trending towards 60,000. And yeah, so I mean, I do agree that the quarantine to some degree is responsible for some of that I agree with. I just also believe that the effects of the economy are going to hurt us more than what, for sure, is going to hurt us more than what we are anticipating, which has been wrong.
COVID-19 projections, the initial projections. Yeah. What's your take on it? They were way off. We conducted our behavior according to those off figures. What's your take?
I think that, I mean, for all we know, they say that for the most part, people who have COVID-19, they don't show the symptoms of COVID-19, so we don't know the exact count on how many people actually have it. So I think as far as like the casualty count, it's way out of proportion as far as how many people have it. I can have it. I don't think so, though. But, you know, there are no other symptoms that let you know. So I don't think that everybody who goes in tested, there are a lot more people out there that just don't get tested. And for all they know, it's like a common flu.
Well, I think there's a power grab going on here, especially with Mayor Jenny Wilson, Herbert. I think Aaron Mendenhall has backed off a little bit, but this is a power grab, and they need to be reasonable and not ruin people's lives anymore. We need to more quickly return to normal life and working.
Speaking of the normal return, they're saying this new normal that we need to return to, not the old normal. Is the new normal enough for us to get back to where we were at?
You know, nobody knows what a new normal is. Let's just get back to work. Let's see how things go. Let's take care of ourselves and our families.
How do you feel Trump is handling the situation?
I think as well as can be. I mean, it's crazy. Nobody knows. And I think I'd like to see getting back to work happen a little faster.
I listen to Rush Limbaugh, and what he said is the naysayers. They may say some crazy number, but then when the number comes down, all they have to say is, see, you did what we told you to, and the number came down.
Exactly.
Right? Exactly. So I'm kind of long.
God didn't do that.
Right. I'm kind of long. And we did participate in all the fasts. There's a couple of fasts. And you mentioned God.
Cuomo. I'm quoting Cuomo.
Oh, you're quoting Cuomo. But I think God has more power than any of this. And so that's why I think the fasting was the best thing we could do, fasting and prayer. But yeah, I thought the projections were way off. And
This new model that the media is pushing forward for us to conduct our behavior off of, is that new model going to bring our businesses back to where they were before all this hit the fan?
I sure hope so. I think that as far as what Utah is concerned, I think we ought to live in a more sanitary environment. That stuff I would say go for it, but it doesn't require everybody needs to stay home. I mean, it's the 21st century. We have modern medicine, we have sanitation, we have everything we need to fight back against this virus, and it is a real thing, I would say that, but the stress and the recoil from the economic shutdown, I don't think that's necessarily the best way to push this.
Something, but
Okay, what do you guys think about the initial projections of COVID-19 virus? Way off, right?
yeah, it was more fear-based than anything. And even though people are losing their life, it's like are vulnerable. And I think just if you're vulnerable, you should keep yourself home and have people deliver your groceries and, keep out of the public. But if you're young and healthy and people need to work, I mean, what's worse? You're going to lose your livelihood, your place to live, and be homeless, or, open up the economy and let people get back to work, That's where I stand with it.
No new model needed, just the old model.
Just the old model's all we need. Wow. That's it. Well, I mean,
Wash your hands.
before all this crap happened, and stuff we should have been doing all the time, like you said, wash your hands.
I like the new model of hygiene.
It should have always been that way.
But the new model of conducting business, no. New model of hygiene, yes.
That's it. That's about it.
That's all we need.
What are we all team working out here for?
We want to get the government to reopen Utah and America so we can get back to work. This economy is just going to be devastated by this stupid decision.
Yes. So the new model they're encouraging us to go off of, do you feel that new model is enough for us to bounce back our businesses back into before we hit this?
No, we need to open fully right now, full steam ahead.
Old model it is.
Yeah, old model it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I hear you. Trump 2020.
Trump 2020, woo!
Usual.
Oh, I totally believe go back to business as usual. Let herd immunity work. And, I mean, where is the proof that locking down anything is working? There's no proof in that. There's so many theories. There's so many conspiracy theories. And that's not...
I've heard unicorns exist.
I think unicorns exist as much as the coronavirus does, so...
I'm kind of with you there.
Do that, but no, I do believe that it may be an illness that is really a threat to some people, a small group of people, but for the majority that want to be out and want to be working, want their kids in school, there are so many children who are... School is their only safe place, and domestic abuse has gone up so much, and there's, even spousal abuse, and people who are stressed because they can't work, because they're afraid that they don't know how to provide for their family, so they're stressed out. Pornography, I can't even imagine how much pornography has gone up with all this, everybody at home and online. That's all they can do. And we can get out in the fresh air and that's great, but I know there's just so many other worries. There's so many other concerns to be looked at other than just coronavirus.